and gentlemen, dear graduates, welcome to Spring 2015 graduation of Platt College, San Diego. Woohoo! My name is Markéta Hančová, and with joy and honor, I accepted the assigned role of a guide of tonight's festivities. Dear graduates, tonight belongs to you. All of us came here to celebrate you, and I hope you can feel in the air all the joy and happiness we brought with us. There is no other place on planet that we would rather be than here. And trust me, we had nice plans, like sitting by the illuminated pool with martini in my hand would be nice. Square dancing with beer tasting, nice. But to be with you, nothing can be better. That's right. Dear graduates, you came several years ago to admission with your raw talent and with dedication to get your academic degree, and today came the day, and I hope you are transformed. I thank you that you trust us enough to work with your talent, and we try to stretch it and extend it and mold it and shape it into something that will give you a joy and give you a wonderful profession. Before, ladies and gentlemen, we will pay honor to our country. I would like to pay honor to those who keeps us happy, safe, and free, our veterans. And there are two reasons why I want to do it. First of all, our school attracts many veterans. And let me tell you, majority of them makes a very fine, wonderful, diligent students. Their personal story inspire us and humble us. They bring different perspective, and we are honored that we can serve them. The other reason I wanted to honor you, veterans, is that today, May 8th, is marking 70th anniversary since the end of Second World War. 16 million of American military was involved in the conflict. You came to the faraway land in D-Day, fighting on behalf of Europeans, and we honor it. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, let's see the veterans in the room. If you can please stand up so we can see who you are, and we can applaud to what you did for us. Thank you very much. We love you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I will ask you if we can all stand up and pay honor to the wonderful country, United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes in bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the
can be seated. We have a beautiful evening ahead of us, and of course, we are celebrating the achievements of our graduates. And I know that you had many achievements before this one, and you will have many after, but I believe that to receive an academic degree is a very special achievement because it takes you on the threshold of a wonderful, wonderful professional opportunities and possibilities. And you, our students, you just became visual communicators. What a wonderful title. You can move the minds. You can provoke the thoughts. You can inspire. You can soothe with your design. It's just such a wonderful, wonderful role you will be playing. Tonight's achievement and success is, of course, yours. It is a token of your diligence and perseverance, and of course, your talent. But we know that alone we are nothing. And I know that each of you had small, bigger, or really big cheerleader team who helped you when you needed the help. Some of you needed only gentle push so you can reach the finish line. Some of you needed a real mighty kick so you can reach the goal. So now I would like to acknowledge all of those who helped our graduates. If we can have the house light so we can see all the wonderful moms and all the dads and the grandparents and the brothers and sisters and wives and husbands and girlfriends and boyfriends and friends and uncles and aunts and anyone who helped you. Because as we know, and as like to remind all of us, alone we are nothing. Only together we can explore, only together we can achieve, and then together we can celebrate. I notice, not you, my students, but some of the people who don't know me, whenever I speak up, you are so tense. Maybe it is that I have slight accent. Well, if you are exhausted now, good luck. Because I learned and I was told that with the progression of the evening, my accent thickens. So good luck to all of you when at the end of the evening, I will be giving you directions. Well, you would ask why on earth they would choose MC with this strange English. Well, the school had two choices, okay? One choice was very expensive one, perfect English, average look. The second choice was imperfect English, glamorous look, and cheaper. You choose whom they chose, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, it would not be celebration if we did not have music. Music is a music of our soul, and I would like to invite on stage our own student, Shairi Engel, who wrote for this occasion original song so she can celebrate and honor our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Shairi Engel.
Thank you, Marketa. If I forget the words, it's because I'm building a page for Fred.
What are you doing with your life? They've asked us a million times. You didn't get here in a straight line, more like a golden spiral of your own sweet design. With every step you invent your life, making all those perfect mistakes, sorting out all the ways you're gonna show up in this world. Oh, you've got a story, now go and tell it. I wanna hear your voices carry us all. You've got a story, go tell it well. I like tell it. I wanna hear your voices carry us all. I've got a story, go tell it well. And like that old friend that you just met, you found your calling, but don't you dare wake up yet. Oh, this world needs your vision dreams, yeah. 'Cause it's the dreamers that make us human, that make us children, that make us stronger. It's the dreamers that make us braver, that make the world imagine what we can be. It's the dreamers that make us human, that make us children, that make us stronger. And that's a story we need.
So much talent at Platt College. Dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, what would be Platt College without those who make Platt College? We may not be Harvard, we may not be Princeton, but the erudition and dedication and care of our staff and faculty is unmeasurable. And I hope, dear graduates, that you felt that you are not just a number, but you are someone who can speak to anyone at any time. And I've been with Platt College 17 years exactly for this reason, that we truly care and we want to show you that we are here for you. So ladies and gentlemen, let's acknowledge those who make Platt College what it is. Let's start with the chairman, Mr. Bob Liker. 30 years at the wheelchair of the wonderful school called Platt College. 30 years. It's amazing. You know, small schools by choice usually don't last very long, and we are around 30 years. We are very, very much proud and thank for the vision of our chairman. Vice President Almedro. Our eternal friend Bill Imms. Web department teacher Fred Winton. Graphic design teacher Richard Morris, somewhere. Very good, right there. And then we have Marianne, our controller. Marianne Taxter. Serena, admission. Steve Gallop, admission. Claudia, admission. And I don't see Emily. Emily, somewhere. Emily from registrar office. And Opel? Over here. Opel, very good. Dave Downs operating the live stream that they can see us all over the world. So I hope I did not forget anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a commencement speech. It will be given, delivered by a teacher whom you like very much, teacher who inspires beyond any measure, teacher who's been with Platt College for 16 years. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the only one, Fred Winton.
Thank you. Thank you and good evening, Marquetta, Bill, Al, Mr. Liker, my fellow faculty and administration. Special shout out to my daughter Helena and my wife Kristen. And those of you out there on the web, watching our live stream, enjoying your frosty beverage at home. And especially good evening to our graduates, their friends, and families. It's an honor to speak with you tonight. Graduates, I asked most of you a question. In our first class together. Where will you be in 5 years? What is your plan? And so as you embark on this next chapter in your lives, what will you seek? Happiness, success, family, the time to enjoy them. To find these things, I believe you must work very hard and smart. You must take an active role in your life, your family, and your community. Because the real enemy in life is complacency, fear of failure, and fear of judgment, fear of change, and lack of passion. William Shakespeare wrote, "All the world is a stage, and we are merely players." A great metaphor for the play of life, but life is not a dress rehearsal. It is the premiere of the performance. It is easy to sit on the sideline and watch life go by and make judgments. It is far more difficult to take part, live life to its fullest, and let others judge, but far more rewarding. And it is not the things that we do or did in our lives that will bring regret when our time comes. It is the things that we did not do that will bring regret. So I charge you, each of you, with 10 Fishy Fred guidelines. Number 1, be bold in life. Be prudent and level-headed, but take risks in your personal life, in your career, and in your travels. Be adventurous. How else will you find the best magic items? Number 2, always try and smile, laugh, and be pleasant. It is a profound occupational and personal advantage. As I learned in the South, kill them with kindness. You get a lot more flies with honey than with vinegar. But I found that cow dung also works quite well. Number 3, find someone to paddle with. Find someone to help you paddle. Life is too difficult to be lived alone. Love and be loved, for the whole of your family is far greater than the sum of its parts. Build solid friendships and nurture them, and never hold a grudge with one you love. Oh, and call home. Call your family, and call your mother, especially this Sunday. Texting doesn't count. Number 4, seek balance. Work hard, yet smart, and play often. A rich life is a balanced life. Pay attention to Sigmund Freud's famous definition of mental health. Work, love, and play well. Number 5, expect waves on the water. Know that life will be full of ups and downs. It is the hard times in life that make the great times greater. Expect adversity and be ready to allow it to exhibit the caliber of your character. Number 6, embrace change. Widen your gaze. If you have blinders on, then take them off and keep moving forward. Change is the essence of life and yet challenging to us all. Take advantage of change and bend it to your will. 7, be prepared to fail, because fail you will. It is part of life. The key is, learn from your failure, or you will fail to learn and then learn to fail. Be strong enough to say, number 8, be strong enough to say, I don't know, when you don't know or understand something. And such a time may come even after the superior education you have received at Platt College when you don't know. So remember these 7 words. I don't know. but I'll find out. And you know where to find out, don't you? The almighty oracle of knowledge. Number 9, do what you're good at. Passion is not enough to bring success. Find the thing that you're good at, the thing that fuels your fire. Mike Rowe of Dirty Jobs says, don't follow your passion, but always bring it with you. And finally, number 10, help people along the way. Be honest and altruistic. Find a cause you care about and involve yourself. Life is not about warming yourself by the fire. Life is about building a fire, and generosity is the match. And so I challenge you to use these guidelines and live every day to its fullest. Have a plan and always reevaluate where you are and what you want from your life. Be confident in what you do, but always be willing to change. Graduates, congratulations.
Thank you very much. More music. Celebration without music. The more music, the better celebration. We are so lucky and proud that we have, as I said before, so much talent. And we have Johnny Benavides, one of our graduates, who decided to pursue a very peculiar genre. Not peculiar, but not as widely known. It's a genre that started in the 40s from the African American roots and was very popular in the 50s and 60s. And he fell in love with it. I think your grandparents influenced you, and he started collecting the records and having the talent he has, musical talent. He just reached out to the people who still sang that genre, doo-wop. And he was very lucky because he found some wonderful people. And he has his own group that he brought along, and they will sing for us a couple songs of doo-wop. Please welcome Johnny Benavides and his group.
All right, guys, how you doing? Gonna do some doo-wop for you here.
1, 2, bum 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 do 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 do.
Love that girl. Oh, gee. Well, oh, gee. My, oh, gee. Oh, I love that girl. Love that girl. Oh, gee. Listen to me. Hey, my plea. Oh, I love that girl. Love that girl. Hold me, baby, squeeze me, never let me go. I'm not taking chances because I love her so. Oh, yes, I love her. Yes, I want her. Oh, I need her. Oh, I love that girl. Love that girl. Hold me, baby, squeeze me, never let me go. I'm not taking chances because I love her so. Oh, gee, well, oh, gee, my, gee, why I love that girl. Oh, gee, listen to me. Hey, my plea, why I love that girl. Love that girl. Why I love that girl.
Why I love that girl.
Thank you, guys. Here's a slower tune I like to do. All right. Darling, We'll have a big celebration. Send invitations to all our friends and relations. We'll have a ball.
Dancing along.
When we get married. When the bells ring and tells the world I'm taking your hand, folks from all over will come to see the wedding we planned.
We'll have a ball.
We'll have a ball.
Dancing along.
When we get married. Yeah.
We'll have a time.
We'll have a time.
We'll dance and dine.
And darling, we'll be oh so gay.
We'll have a ball.
We'll have a ball.
Dancing along.
And darling, we'll be as one. Now just wait and see. Our wedding day is not very far. Old folks will whisper and say how lovely we both are.
We'll have a ball.
We'll have a ball. Oh, when we get married. Thank you, thank you.
Hey, that's Johnny.
Before we do one more song, I'd like to personally introduce my group here. It's the Royals of San Diego. We have Peter King here, Richard Perez, and David Silva.
And Johnny Benavides.
Thank you. If some of you don't know me out there, I'm Johnny. I like all the oldies and stuff, so I got with these guys, and we're gonna do some more doo-wop. We got one more song for you. Thank you, Marquetta. Thank you, everyone at Platt, all the staff and all the teachers for keeping me straight. And I'm on to my bachelor's and having a good time with video production. So thank you guys for coming out. We got one more song for you. Keep the oldies alive. Here's a up-tempo.
I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. Whoa, 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 my baby. You look so good. Oh, 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 my baby. Just like I knew you would. Tonight when we go out, I feel so proud. Walking hand in hand down the lover's lane. And I love you, baby. I love you so. Oh, 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 baby. All this you know, 'cause I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. Yeah, I'm a happy man. Whoa, 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 yeah. I'm a happy man. Come on now and sing a song. Sing it to me one more time. And when we take our stroll, tonight if it's cold, we'll cuddle up close. And then I'll kiss you, baby. baby has one. Whoa, my baby. You know we'll have such fun, 'cause I'm a happy man.
Happy man.
I'm a happy man.
You can clap your hands.
I'm a happy man.
Happy man, happy
Hey,
man.
baby, I'm a happy man.
Happy man, happy man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Happy man, happy man.
I'm a happy man.
Happy man,
Come on now and sing a song. Sing it to us one more time.
happy man, happy man. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Before I get off the stage, I want to thank my parents, too, and my lovely girlfriend for helping me get through everything with school. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for enriching our celebration with such a unique performance. Thank you very much. Dear graduates, the moment has come. You'll be awarded for your diligence with your well-deserved academic degree. I will ask to come to the podium Bill Imms, who is, as I said before when I introduced him, eternal friend of Platt College, philanthropist, someone who roots for us many years and is inseparable part of everything we do. Please welcome Bill Imms, who will introduce our graduates.
Well, good evening, everyone. This is the moment. As Marquetta said, this is the moment. Now, whether you consider the moment a celebration of accomplishments past or the moment in time when we're looking for the next plateau of our lives, this is the celebration. And we're here to acknowledge those who have completed their goal and also to present them with the official recognition of that. And at the same time, we want to thank all of you for being their support group. Platt College is very different from most of the universities, and we find that a lot of people, when they think about the school and the graduation, they find they're boring. Graduation, I mean, after all, you hear a person's name, John Smith, boom, you're done, and 3,000 more people come across the stage. Well, because we're different, we like to make this a lot more enjoyable than you expected. And how can we do that? By knowing a little bit about each graduate. So I'm going to ask the dean of the school, Marquetta, and the vice president, Al, to hand out the diplomas. I'd like to invite the associates to come up here, please. And when I call your name, I'm going to tell everyone in the room a little bit about them. Now, the reason I know about them is because I met with every single one of them. I asked them questions, and many of them didn't know why I was asking them questions, or the fact I'm going to tell everybody what you said. But the reason I do that really is because Platt College is such a very personal institution. Your family, you're more than a student. Your success is important to every single individual who is associated at Platt. Even past students want your successes and so forth. So all of these bachelor candidates are looking at all of you and know that in the future you're going to be their competition, but they're still rooting for you. And it's pretty exciting. And we never would have known some of the talents many of our graduates have if it hadn't have been for the magnificent entertainment we have enjoyed this evening already. So I want to let you know that all of the graduates which we introduced tonight all have individual talents. I'm going to try to let you know a little bit about each one. For example, I might introduce Jonathan Benavides. Now, of course, we know he has a magnificent voice, and he goes by the nickname Johnny. And if you haven't figured it out by the doo-wop music, one way to describe himself is old school. And of course, when he and his wonderful group, the Royals, were singing, it reminded me of my old school, which was many years ago. And that was the kind of music we listened to in the 50s and 60s. It was pretty exciting. He has an internship at Pacific Arts Movement in Point Loma. He loves work. He obviously loves and enjoys music. And he said, as far as going to Platt College, it was the best decision ever. Let's congratulate Jonathan. Our next graduate is Cassidy Burwell. Now, see, sometimes I wish we had an applause-o-meter up here because, Cassidy, I think you should run for mayor. Anyway, Cassidy describes herself as hardworking, and speaking of working, she works in web at Reputation Impression. She has been interning as a web assistant, then working as a web manager full-time. She loves the people at Platt. Everyone was kind and supportive. She's extremely thankful to her parents for supporting her and helping her through school. Congratulations, Cassidy. Graduations are a time you learn things about students. You learn about their academics, you learn how much they're appreciated by the other students, and you might learn what they think about themselves. Because Joseph Carson, when we asked him to describe one word about himself, he said, crazy. Let's see if he is. Joseph. Now, during school, he's been working at a full-time job and a part-time job and a full-time wife. And not necessarily in that order. He does support his wife before for full-time and part-time jobs. And I asked the students, we said, what do you remember most about Platt? And he said, Terry Warner. He is an awesome teacher. Well, we appreciate the wonderful compliments, and we congratulate you. Caitlin Dowling. Now, I asked Caitlin, I said, Caitlin, do you have a nickname? No. Give me a word to describe yourself. She said, I don't have a word to describe myself. But what she appreciates about Platt is how encouraging and friendly all of the staff is at Platt and all of the great friendships she made here. And she said it would be difficult to name just a few of the people who were very special to her because all of them are. Everyone at Platt has made such an impact on her. After graduation, she's moving to Orlando to be with her family. So her mom, Cindy, and dad, Mike, came here to bring her home. But watch out for the no-see-ums. Congratulations to you, Caitlin. Desiree Guillen. Now, Desiree describes herself as determined. She is a graphic artist and a website coordinator at Dream Girls Boutique, full-time job and freelancing graphic design. And I said, what do you really remember about Platt? And she said, the lengthy holiday breaks between classes. And then she started laughing. You know what I'm talking about, zero. And she appreciated Richard Morris's School of Awesome Design. So everybody loves the fact that at Platt College, we have wonderful teachers who practice what they teach, and we appreciate your wonderful compliments. Thank you and congratulations to you, Desiree. Adrian J. Montenegro. AJ, whom his friends call him, I asked him how he describes himself. He says ambitious. He's been working on his craft as a graphic designer, creating iPhone wallpaper designs in his late night thoughts. He just gets up in the middle of the night, just starts designing something new. And he appreciates motivational quotes, which he posts on his blog and other social networking sites. He works on physical fitness and other hobbies. He appreciates how helpful the instructors can be. He can tell most of the teachers care about my success. That's the formula from which Mr. Leiker selected the teachers at the school, people who truly care about the student's success. And he wanted to let us know his mom is visiting from Hawaii, his father from Pennsylvania, and he wants to thank the rest of his family and friends for supporting him in his aspirations. Platt helped me to discover my potential and how to work on my skills. Congratulations, AJ. Our next graduate is Levi Moore. Levi is described as passionate. He's the father of 3 and a husband, full-time government contractor for the United States Navy. He appreciates Richard and Ed, 2 of the wonderful, great teachers he's had at Platt. And I would like you to know that he's a retired sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. In addition to that, he's a loving father and a husband to a great wife who gets him through the rough times. Congratulations and thank you for your service. You know, it's really funny. I'm looking at some of these notes because I interviewed every single person before the graduate, asking them these questions, and I had sometimes the most bewildering looks. Why are you asking me this now? And that's so I could entertain. Our next graduate is Nicholas Nicolette. And, you know, if you wonder what kind of a nickname he has, just call him Nick. And whether you're speaking of him about his first name or last name, you got it right 100% of the time. Some of the things he has said, he was talking about Richard Morris, one of our instructors. He said, the best teachers I've ever had in my entire life are at Platt. Spends most of the time with family, doing freelance graphic design. Nick, we appreciate you and congratulate you very much. Daniel Nosty. Daniel describes himself as dedicated. He's been doing freelance work, building web pages for many people. And he moved here from Venezuela, so he had a number of chores he had to do. He had to learn to live by himself and refine his English, which is much better than mine at times. He had to make new friends, and he'll remember Platt's system of one class at a time. It allowed him to focus on a particular task and to do his best. It's such a great way to learn. And he'll remember the people and the dedication to teaching all of the students. And I'm quoting what he said. I wrote it down. He said, "This was the best experience I've had so far, and looking forward to the bachelor degree program." Congratulations, felicidades, Daniel. Charles Paddock. I asked Charles what word best described himself, and he said hardworking. See, I think some of these graduates think you're the employers out there, so hardworking. Oh yeah, I want this guy. Anyway, he has proven he's hardworking because what he did to work his way through school, he delivered pizza. And so I'll give him a call right after graduation, and he'll bring some to you. He appreciated the friendly but stringent competition. See, he'd walk into the classroom and he'd see all these people glued to their monitors, and he said, wow, this is my competition. I love it. And so that encouraged him to do very well, and he appreciates all of the teachers and all of the students. Congratulations, Charles. Fernando Serrano. Okay, so I meet Fernando for the first time, and I say, what's your nickname? And he says, Turtle. I said, okay, I need to know why is your nickname Turtle? Are you slow? You know, what is the reason? He said in high school, he used to wear this huge backpack, and his hair was very short, so everybody thought he looked like a turtle, and the name has stuck ever since. So that's why he does that. He's been doing a part-time job while taking care of his 2 dogs. He would like to thank his mom, his girlfriend, and his friend Charles for helping me in class. And he wants to thank all of you for coming tonight to see him graduate. Congratulations, Fernando. Brianna Swice. Bree really enjoyed going to Platt, working, spending time with their family and dogs. There's so much to remember. Luckily, she's continuing on for her bachelor's in web design, so the memories don't stop here. They keep on coming. So if you happen to be here, maybe sometime within the next year, you're going to see her on stage again wearing a different color robe because she will have earned her bachelor's degree. Meanwhile, congratulations on your accomplishments so far, Brianna. Anthony Tates. Now, Anthony obviously is called Tony. That's how everybody refers to him. And one word to describe him is determined. And he also compliments the teachers. And you never know until you're at a school like this when you really find how much the teachers care about you. He'll remember all of them, the staff, and of course, Marquetta. And of course, Anthony, we will remember you. Congratulations. And we have one more recipient of the associate's degree. I present to you Derek Vizcarra. And while at Platt, Derek has been working at Minuteman Press in Escondido. He appreciates Ed Kane's classes and Richard Morris's enthusiasm, and he'll get an opportunity to experience them again as he goes on for his bachelor's. Congratulations, Derek. Okay, now all of these graduates had one thing in common. They were wearing the purple color robes, which is the main school color at Platt College. And now this next group shopped at a different store. They got black robes, and that signifies that they probably have already, many of them have already earned their associates and are working on their bachelor's. And of course, Platt College, there's a very unique characteristic of the college other than the magnificent staff and teachers, and that's the fact that Mr. Leiker always wants to make sure that Platt College has the absolute best software and hardware programs that are available. And so it may seem like the computers have been around for a while, but he's always talking about upgrading, making sure that you're ahead of the pack. And we have many people who teach classes at other institutions of learning, but when they want to learn, they come to Platt. And many of them have completed their bachelor's degree, and this is our next batch of graduates. And I'd like to start with Raquel Beck. So I said, Raquel, what do they call you? She said, Rocky. But what's one word to describe yourself? And Rocky said, powerhouse, and I certainly believe it. She worked at Platt under the wing of Marquetta as her creative assistant, also in web administration and social media correspondent for KMF CrossFit. She lost 60 pounds. That's due to how hard you have to study in this industry, no doubt. Competed in a few half marathons and triathlons, got married, and honeymooned in Europe. You talk about a busy schedule. And of course, in thinking about all of this wonderful list of accomplishments which you have completed, what do you remember most? What do you appreciate most? And Rocky said, Marquetta, of course. This is what she said about her. She said, Marquetta is an inspirational teacher and even more, an incredible woman. By the way, Rocky is the first one of her family to get her high school and college diploma. Double congratulations to you. Frederick Blanco. He actually goes by the nickname Eric, and one word to describe Eric is driven. And his biggest challenge while attending Platt was maneuvering between babysitting his nephews, freelancing, helping friends, and having time to release any stress through tennis and bowling. He appreciates all the time spent in the caves. Now, I heard a couple laughs over here because they spend time in the caves too. Just so you know, at Platt there are a number of stories and a number of rooms. There are 3 rooms, I think it's level 4 and 5, I'm not positive, but they have rooms they call the caves. Because when you walk in, the rooms are dark because everybody's looking at these magnificent creations and they can see the vivid colors when they do that. Now, in Frederick's situation, he spent a lot of time in the caves, and in fact, his teacher wasn't certain if it's because he didn't have a place to live or if he was truly a dedicated student, which actually was the case. So he appreciates everyone he's come across from term 4 through term 6 journey. He wants to say thank you to his family and friends for supporting him through thick and thin, and in one expression he says, "I'd be nothing without you." He appreciates you, and we appreciate you. Congratulations. See, isn't this better than just hearing their name? You know, I mean, a lot of them, when I talk about you, you may not realize what I'm going to say either. So it's for your entertainment as well. Jennifer Brinko. Now, Jenny describes herself as dedicated, and one of the biggest challenges she had was to balance her homework with her part-time job, but usually wanted to make sure she could squeeze in time for sketch practice, playing piano, and writing adventure fiction. In fact, I think her book will be out in June. Anyway, she always enjoyed the celebration breaks, especially seeing the creativity during the annual Halloween costume contest, a pretty spectacular holiday at Platt. She will certainly remember her amazing classmates. She's talking about you folks, particularly in the 3D. They made it through 25 weeks together in the same little room without killing each other. And of course, Leslie Corey, her first teacher's assistant, who was always ready with a smile and a helpful reply whenever she asked a question, as a newbie or later as an upperclassman. Congratulations, Jenny. Juan M. Campanera. Now, his nickname is Chuck. He describes himself as ambitious. And what he found was interesting because he's coming from another country. He's coming from Argentina, coming over here, and he was getting used to the time difference because he found he was staying up all the time to make sure he was current with paperwork for a student visa, focused on classes every single day. And one thing he really appreciated is learning one subject at a time so he could put 100% of his energy into that. That's how he did so well. And he appreciates that. And by the way, his family is visiting here from Argentina. So congratulations to you, Juan. Felicidades. We appreciate you. Take care. Dedila Conde. Now, one word to describe her is dedicated. But here's some interesting thing. You know, a lot of people go to school and then they wonder what to do. She already started her own freelance business called Red Chameleon Designs, and appreciates the business, work-study job, but mostly the dedication to the school. And in particular, she would like to thank all of the teachers and the financial aid staff she worked with for making time at Platt a great experience. Now, folks, I want to let you know something is very special about tonight. It happens to be the day before her birthday. So everybody on the count of 3 say happy birthday. Ready? 1, 2, 3. How's that for a party? All right. And Dedila is very grateful for the support of her family and her boyfriend, Gallo. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Congratulations. Juliana Conde. Now, for those of you who have a program, and you see we have Juliana Conde and following Dedila Conde. They are unrelated. But when they did a little family research, and when they spoke to a fortune teller, they said, go to Platt. And so I don't know what the connection is, but anyway, Julie describes herself as passionate, spending time with family and friends, practicing the piano and her guitar, and cooking food with her new friends that she met from Platt. And also, that's not enough time. Not enough projects for the little amount of time. Also enjoyed filming her first short film with her new friends and Jody Siley. So we can't wait to see you on the big screen. And meanwhile, we want to congratulate you. Joshua Coop. Joshua describes himself as driven. While he was at school, he worked part-time, and what he appreciates most about Platt is the amount of time in class learning all kinds of new programs and processes. But in addition to that, he appreciates all of the friends, the wonderful friendships he gained at Platt College, and he's looking forward to working with all of you coworkers. Congratulations, Joshua. Carlos Bernardo de Orduna. He goes by the name Bernie and describes himself as polite, and he is. I met him tonight for the first time and wanted to get to know him a little bit, and it's very clear he loves his family, and everyone shares all the tasks at home. His parents always gave him all the support he needed. And without him forgetting his pastime of video games, animation, and all things related. He appreciates Marquetta and Terry Warner, the great attitude and positive energy all around. And one of the things he was mentioning was the cold air conditioning on all rooms, which of course was necessary to keep the computer operators hot as they're coming up with their design, and all the friends he made at Platt College. Congratulations, and we wish you best in your next plateau. Natasha Engelhart. You know, when I ask the students one word to describe themselves, I try to figure out why do they use that word. And Natasha described herself as happy. And if I walked into a room and got that kind of cheer, I'd be happy as well. She currently works at Platt College as the social media coordinator. She's been working here for 3 years now. While studying at Platt, she also worked full-time, often spending about 14 hours a day at Platt. She appreciates all of her wonderful teachers, her classmates, students, and the amazing staff that she had the pleasure of being able to work with. Special thanks to your dad, John. Where's John? Right over there. And to Amy. for visiting from Washington now for the celebration. And we're talking Washington State, folks. You know they came down for the graduation, but the other thing that came down was for the weather. And, of course, we didn't fulfill what we do 302 days a year. And anyway, we really do seldom see rain, but we wanted you to feel at home. So anyway, she wanted to say to John and Amy, I love you both very much, and lots of love to her boyfriend, Jared, who without his constant motivation, inspiration, and support, she might not have been able to finish her degree. Also, she wanted to thank you all for help through the tough times, and thank you to Bob and Meg Leiker for the many opportunities they have provided her with. She loves her Platt family, and we love you too. Congratulations. Michael Fugoso. Yeah, we try to put the people with the noisiest friends towards the end of the program, but in this case, we slipped up. Mike, one word to describe himself, that he describes himself as Dragon. He is a senior graphic designer for B International Candy Company, full-time work. He's been staying active with school events, art shows, Melissa Cabral, Richard Morris, the best teachers in the world, Mike Camacho and Lindsay Warwick, the best peers in the world. Thanks, Mom, Dad, France, Paul, and Lils, the best family anyone can ever ask for. Thanks, Cesar, Ivy, Dan, and Cherry. If I go along far enough, you'll hear your name soon. The best friends anyone can ever ask for. Thanks for putting up with me, especially the past few years. In exchange, I'm buying you all pizza after this. So, wait a minute, we have a pizza delivery guy, so we met him a little earlier in the program. Now, when you said buying all of you pizza, are we talking about the small all of you or the entire? Oh, just checking. Okay, I tried to get you more work, the pizza delivery guy. Okay, anyway, also just to clarify, this is really cool. You talk about politics in action. Also, just to clarify, my mom and dad are the most important people on that list. And between my mom and dad, probably my mom wins, since she's the one who would give me a hard time about this list later. So, congratulations, and your dad wants to talk to you as soon as you're off the stage. Congratulations. Arina Furukawa. Arina describes herself as charismatic, and which I can tell you is very true. I didn't want to meet anyone else after I was talking with her for a while. And she works for Stegela Images, and she appreciates all of the fun and interesting classes she took. She'll remember all of the inspirational teachers in her video class. And I said, what are your next plans? And she said, I do wedding photos and wedding videos and so forth. So if any of you feel particularly close to the person next to you and would like to make a career out of that relationship, just see her afterwards. She'll give you a special Platt discount for videos for your wedding. And meanwhile, until she gets her first job, let's just congratulate her on her degree. Congratulations. Zarina Marie Galak. Think you got some friends here. And now, one word to describe Zarina is charismatic. And she currently works for Canaway as a graphic designer and motion graphics editor. And she's been working all her life. Now, you know there's a transition, like before your degree, what you do, and then once you're learning, perhaps what you're doing, and then what you do after you graduate. I want you to know she started off her working career in sales in oil and vinegar. Impressive. And then as a videographer, and then as a photographer for the Sheriff's Department. I don't know, I've seen some of those photos. And then a little bit of freelance work on the side. She'll definitely miss the family atmosphere at Platt. Most everybody she met, both students and staff, were great motivators and sources of smiles and laughs. As far as instructors go, Richard, Fred, Dave, and Marquetta had the funnest classes. They were really passionate about their subjects as well as the overall growth of their students. And she can't forget Harry and Sally. She wouldn't be working in her field without either of their help. And she seriously can't thank them enough for it. And where's Teresa? Okay, Teresa is her sister, and it's her birthday on the 12th, I think. Happy birthday, Teresa. Make sure you drop off a gift on the way out, okay? So congratulations to you, Zarina Marie. Marissa Garcia. See, when people go to school, a lot of times people focus on just getting your homework done, maybe a few parties here or there, but to be able to combine that, as many of our students have, with working at the same time they're going to school is certainly an admirable combination. And Marissa has done that. She's worked for a website marketing company for 3 years. And in particular, as far as Platt goes, she will remember the culture. And she was so impressed with Platt, and we are so impressed with you. Congratulations to you. Noah Gwynn. Sometimes what I try to pull out when I interview with a student, I try to learn certain things about them and so forth. And sometimes I'll write a note down, and I don't know why I wrote it down. I wrote down that your wife's name is Susie. And where's Susie, by the way? Is Susie here? She's here, but she's really quiet. Anyway, I don't know why your name's here, but he wanted to mention his wife, Susie. Anyway, in addition to Susie, the other people he feels very awesome were his instructors. And Matilde and Opal and Marita and Emily and Maria Gomez and Kim Olson and Sally and Harry, Jessica, and Marianne. I think he's got just about all of you in there. And we appreciate you. Congratulations, Noah. John Hamersla. Actually, I should have said John Hammersla. I try, part of the reason I meet is to pronounce their names so I don't come up with some really obtuse pronunciation and no one knows whether to come up or not. And I put down the accent over the H-A-M, so although I didn't say it, so I corrected myself. Anyway, John is a very interesting individual. I truly enjoyed meeting him tonight. He is the video director of Cornerstone Church of San Diego. And congratulations on that. And we know this other element is important too, is how important your family is to you. You have a full-time job as an instructor of surgical technology. Wow. All of the projects he had the opportunity to work on at Platt made life interesting while he was here. He appreciated collaborating with classmates and all of the people who helped him all the way, instructors, staff, everyone. Just a huge thanks to God and to his family and for all of the support he received. Congratulations, John. Joshua Jimenez. Now, sometimes what I do, rather than ask the graduate, I ask people who know him. So I found him standing around, a couple of friends. I said, what's his name? Because I wanted to find out what everybody calls him. It's Big Poppy. And I said, what's one word to describe yourself? He said, chocolate. That's why I asked his friends, because I didn't know what they would say. And he'll remember Steve the most. And one of the things he told me that he really appreciates at Platt is the instructors are always available to the students. They don't just teach and leave town. I mean, they're there, they're ready to answer your questions, to help you through some of the projects. And it's another thing that's really cool. They are not just book-learned instructors. These are people who practice in the field what they teach to our students. They always stay on top of everything, and that's one of the things that Joshua appreciated about them. And you know what we appreciate about Joshua? Everything. Thank you for being a student at Platt, and congratulations to you. Ariana Kennedy. Okay, one word to describe herself is patient. And she's been freelancing in the area of San Diego and Tijuana. And she appreciates the opportunity to be with her family, to work. And the other thing she has done is train CrossFit and plan her wedding in June. She appreciates all of her teachers and training assistants who helped her meet all of the expectations when working with projects for specific clients, which was really cool because when you're working for a specific client, then it's more like real experience. She would like to thank her family, and I have some very sad news for you guys because her soon-to-be husband, so she's out of the market. Just adding that. But she'd like to thank her soon-to-be husband for all the support and words of encouragement through this process. Congratulations to you. Gabrielle Leahy. Gabe has been working while at Platt with UX UI designer at Entangled Media. He has a bride and 2 children, and the rest of his time is spent on work. He'll remember all the great projects they got to work over the years. He'll remember the people that stuck around late with him every single day to make sure that he could be the best he could be. And no doubt you have become that. Gabe, we want to congratulate you. Thank you. The next person I'm going to introduce is Brittany Lindsay. Now, I'll tell you a story about Brittany because obviously I just met her tonight, as was the case with most of the graduates, and I didn't know what to say. And her assistant walked into the room with a whole pile of papers so I could tell you so much about it. So if you don't mind, I'll take the next hour, 15 minutes telling you about her. No, actually, she wrote something very beautiful, and I want to tell you about it. And in it is thanks to many of the people who made this day very possible. What Brittany said is, I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for all of the love and support I have gotten throughout my Platt journey. So here are a few people she'd like to thank. Gramps. Her grandfather appreciates the fact that he was an inspiration, and he allowed her to explore her imagination, never looking down on her for doing something weird or crazy. And we won't look down on you for doing that either. Okay, and Mima, you know that she's looking down on you and very proud of you this evening. Her Aunt Kelly, her sisters and cousins were constant motivation to her. And her mom and Elgin, she appreciates while you're going to school, there's still things that are very important, like home-cooked meals, nice clothes, or even trying to wake her up 100 times in the morning. Now, was that every single day? 100 times in the morning. And anyway, we appreciate you very much. And Marquetta, I love this sentence. You have been the best role model that anyone could ever ask for. Bob and Meg, thank you from the bottom of her heart for giving her the opportunity, and thank you for being one of our wonderful graduates. Jessica Mikas. You know, sometimes a lot of people would say, or some of the graduates would say, I don't have a nickname. Well, give me something to describe yourself. She said, do I have to limit it to one word? Well, most did, but not Jessica. As a matter of fact, I was asking for an expression that perhaps would describe her. And what she said is, fighting for truth, justice, and the American way. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Superwoman. And meanwhile, about Platt, she will remember all the friends she made while she was here. The person she will remember most is Ed Kane. She always found him very interesting. And we find you a very wonderful graduate, and congratulations to you. Ryan Pearson. Now, Ryan, you probably wonder what he does. I mean, after all, he's gone to the best school around in graphic design, multimedia design, and all these wonderful things. Well, he has a job as a front-end developer at the DZAP group. And this is a group that specializes in multifamily housing and so forth. He's worked full-time as a web designer, and what he really appreciates at Platt is not only the curriculum, not only the hardware and software and programs, but all the people he's met to make sure he can be the best he can be. Ryan, congratulations. We appreciate you. Every once in a while, we get a graduate that I think should be a novelist, because the information I received from this next graduate was substantial. And we found there's another engagement tomorrow night here, so we couldn't continue and read the whole thing. But actually, I interviewed her and found her quite interesting, using some words with which I was previously unfamiliar. And if I can recall what they are, I'll tell you. But meanwhile, let's look at her, because she is a very interesting person. I'd like to present to you, ladies and gentlemen, Yasmin Rahman. So, you have a name like Yasmin. What kind of a nickname do you have? Well, it's Jazz. And I asked her one word to describe herself, and it's quixotic. Quixotic. And so that's your assignment. Next graduation, please come back and tell us what it means. Anyway, she told me an awful lot of things, and I ended up getting writer's cramp and didn't write everything she said down. But she said at one point, the very first class she had at Platt, she wondered how she was ever going to get through it. She had class in the morning from 8 to 12, then went to work at Francis Parker School, then from 2 to 6, then had a rehearsal for a musical. But somehow she did, because she met Mike Smith, her first teacher, and he is a teacher in the 3D department. And she realized that one of the things you have at Platt are teachers who believe in you. And so that is such an empowering thing you can say to anyone. And she enjoyed working so much alongside her teachers and peers. Very special thanks to Serena from Admissions, who was there for her since the beginning, for being an admissions counselor and advisor, a confidant, and most importantly, a friend that listened to all of her verbiage through the amazing year. And thank you, and all of you. Thanks the faculty, the students, and thank you, Marquetta. Congratulations, Jazz. Our next student is Calvin Reidenauer. Calvin describes himself as jovial and in order of importance: families, hobbies, and working for the last 3 months while he was going to Platt. He thinks he'll remember the experience the most, but really my fellow students who were with him through the 3D classes the most. In fact, he dreams about you in 3 dimension. And he appreciates that because that has motivated him to do well in this business. And Calvin, we are so proud of you. Congratulations. Tanisha Rose. Because the Platt family is made up of so many families, and we find that as different from other schools, we don't just have a student going to school. We have students who are parents, students who are part of families and maintain their responsibility at home at the same time while they go to school. And so there's a combination of responsibilities. And Tanisha frequently babysat her nephew and niece, and also studying at the same time. The cool thing about that, when you babysit children and you're studying this stuff, you rehearse what you're going to say in class, and the kids become educated as well. Didn't you say that, or did I just make that up? I don't know. But anyway, what you remember most is the open and warm environment. You'll remember Fred and Melissa mostly, but all the teachers you've had at Platt are memorable. And so are you, Tanisha. Congratulations to you. Ariel Shim. One word to describe her is introspective. She attended classes outside of school pertaining to learning more about her Jewish roots, including 3 semesters worth of Maimonides leadership program with SDSU, weekly mentoring study programs, weekly Jewish Learning Institute programs, and weekly partners in Torah program. And this is all while she's learning this subject here. The appreciation she has towards Marita and Emily, their patience after changing her schedule so many times, is immeasurable. Just tremendous cooperation here. She's going to actually move to Israel for a year on May 14th, so if you plan to party with her, do it this week. So meanwhile, we want to congratulate you on your accomplishments, Ariel. Alexandria Graham Smith. Okay, Alex describes himself as persistent, and he's been working as a cinematographer for Axis Media. Full-time work, family, girlfriend. He appreciates at Platt the wonderful friends and connections he made with his fellow film students and working on a short film called Green Sky. He'd like to thank his mother, Darlene, for always supporting him and putting him through school, his amazing girlfriend, Megan, for keeping him sane and through these stressful times, and all his family for being there and for their support. And a very special thanks to Jerry Matson for his generous donation to his education. Well, it was a worthwhile investment because we can congratulate you on your degree. Congratulations, Alex. Hunter Snow. Describes himself as determined. He's currently working as a production assistant and videographer and editor at CMW Media. He intends to work in the industry and grow as a filmmaker. He also wants to make time to start snowboarding regularly. What he'll remember most of all the great friends and connections he's made here at Platt and the awesome teachers that he's had the privilege of learning from. Congratulations, Hunter Snow. Valerie Sundman. Now, Valerie, you know, remember I told you before, one of the questions I asked these students when I met them, I said, give me one word to describe yourself. And I don't know how many of you know what this expression is, but it's on fleek. How many of you know what this word means? Yeah. The rest of you will explain it later. No, actually, is an expression that if you know the word, you understand how perfection relates to Valerie. While she was at Platt, she got pregnant while going to Platt and had her son, and then finished her degree at Platt. She'll remember Melissa and Fred for being the teachers that kept her inspired and on track. And then a little commercial message. Shout out to the Chargers. Stay in San Diego. Congratulations, Valerie. Andrea Valdez. So I meet Andrea for the first time tonight, and I said, what did you do while you were at Platt? And she taught piano lessons. She remembers a lot of the trips that Platt College had, going to the Getty Museum, the incredible staff at Platt, and the comfort of pizza. Now, I was trying to figure, wait a minute, what are you talking about? The comfort of pizza when Maya stopped working. And I said, well, gee, did she retire, Maya? And then she explained to me, Maya is a program, folks, but apparently doing well. And apparently with some of the unique ways the students attempted to make Maya do things for which it was not designed. Sometimes Maya would take a break, and then to keep things going, pizza was brought in. I don't know how it works, Al, but it sounds like a class I would like to take. Anyway, meanwhile, you're the kind of graduate we like to have, and we are so proud of you. So congratulations, Andrea. You know, it's very exciting to learn about what many of our students have done outside the class. And I want to tell you about Jeremy Vasquez. Now, okay, maybe he had a part-time job, maybe he did this or that, but first of all, let me tell you, the word to describe him is spectacular and diligent. And what he had been doing is starting his very own graphic and media company while at Platt. He also worked at YMCA, taking care of a group of 22 kids, as well, very involved in his church, where he taught a large group of kids and teens. That's what they need, good role models. He will remember the Plattivities, very special situations at Platt, and he will always appreciate how the school always made sure to celebrate the things that were important to the students. As for who all of my teachers left a deep impression on me, but the two that did so the most would have to have been Jesse Keller and Mark Escobar. Congratulations, Jeremy. Allison Wilkins. Now, Allie describes herself as introverted, although I don't believe it at all. She was trying to find the time for friends and family. It was very difficult because if it wasn't on campus, she was staring at a monitor at home working on getting projects complete. She appreciates Steve Schultz, who took away any life she had remaining while she was in his classes. But it was worth it. That's what counts. She'll remember everything about Platt, from the Plattivities to the amazing faculty and staff. Platt will always hold a special place in my heart. I just have to say thanks to Opal, Maddie, and Maria for hiring me as their work study. The skills she learned from that job, even though it wasn't in the field, helped her land the amazing job she has now at DeVry University. So congratulations on the new job, and I'm so happy we could help prepare you for that. Now, we always save the best for last. Isn't that what you told me to say? Yeah, okay, cool. Our last graduate to acknowledge tonight is Christopher Wright. Now, Christopher describes himself as a gamer. And he appreciates the fact that he could go to school, learn from the best with the best equipment and everything, but he enjoyed it because he always had fun in learning at Platt College. He will always remember Steve Schultz as a great teacher who pushed him to his limits so he can be the best. And he wanted to do a special shout out to his dad. Where's Michael? Where's his dad? Way up there in the dark somewhere. See, a lot of people don't know why they're here. His dad thinks he's here because it's his birthday and we're all here to celebrate. So his birthday is tonight, May 8th. And what a wonderful birthday present to have his son receive this magnificent degree. And to be completely fair, thanks to his mom, Maria, who always believed in him as well. Christopher, we believe in you, and you've got living proof right there. Congratulations. And I'll turn this back over to Marquetta.
Congratulations. Before I will call on stage the students who graduated with the highest academic achievements, I would like to say several words of encouragement. And don't worry, by midnight I'll be done. Seeing you here so beautiful, I wanted to let you know that at any graduation around the world, anywhere, sooner or later you will hear either from the stage or from someone that the only limitations there are the limitations you put on yourself. We hear it so often that it became a cliche. And when we hear cliche, we block it. We don't listen to it. Yet, it's such a powerful statement and so profound. And I hope you will allow me to put that statement in a perspective. Seeing you here so handsome and beautiful, I cannot restrain myself from not thinking of my graduation. It's been almost 25 years, and I know, hard to believe I look so young and beautiful, but it's been so long, and I've been over the ocean in the middle of Europe in my beautiful blue dress and beautifully done hair, and the majestic organ music pouring from the balcony of a university hall built in 1348. And I am anxiously waiting for my name to be called, and here it is, my name is called, and pretty soon I hear it. Dear graduates, the only limitations you have are the limitations you put on yourself. Except it sounded quite ironic in that time and in that country, because I knew that I will be thrown with my degree in the grotesque world. And in my head, that day of the graduation exploded all the limitations as barrier I will have to face, all the blessings I was counting that the communists who ruled us gave me. Like I will never travel and never see the world. Like I cannot read the books I want. I cannot listen to the music I want. I cannot see the films I want. I cannot do the research on topic I want. And I cannot vote because free elections were non-existent. These were my limitations. But we were not unhappy, because even little bird in tiny, tiny cage learn how to sing happily, because you get the best out of what you have. But we had hope. And you know, the hope was in the symbol of American flag. We were not allowed to display ever the American flag, but that flag stood for everything we couldn't have but we yearned for. From little things like Wrigley bubblegum and Coca-Cola and Levi's jeans and Mickey Mouse, to real things like freedom and democracy. And we heard rumors about you. The Americans are so nice and happy. They greet each other on the street and they ask even strangers, how are you? And they are really interested. And they are so patient. And you know, never in my wildest dream, I would ever think that one day I'll be standing here on American soil and speaking to American crowd. It's just something absolutely unimaginable. But you know that I can shout to the world and attest that all the rumors that we heard are true, but the truth is even better. You are the most tolerant people I have met, and you know I travel the world. You are the most generous people I have met. You are the most accommodating people, putting up with all of us, foreigners, who wants to live here. And you not only tolerate us, but you embraced us, and you root for us, so we make it. Absolutely unbelievable. You know what? The Swiss may have better watches than we have here. And the Finns may have better school systems than we have here. And the Swedes, they may have the higher standard of living, and the Czechs may have better beer than you have. But there is not a nation in the world that approaches life with such a humanitarian effort as you do. So my students, I hope you don't mind I shared my personal stories, because it will put your life in wonderful perspective. There are no limitations you will face. There is no one who will seal the borders, and there is no one who will censor the books. So you can just go and do whatever you want. So grab on the bull of life really tight and hop on, and with a screech of joy, get the life. I'll miss you around Platt. We'll miss you. But I know I'll be watching over you, high up, because I know we equipped you well. You will spread your wings, and you will make us proud. Congratulations. Thank you. And now, I am going to ask to line up on the stage all the students who graduate with the highest academic honors. Associate degree with GPA 3.73, Nicolette Nicolas. Associate degree with GPA 3.77, Levi Moore. Associate degree with the GPA 3.79, Caitlin Dowling. Associate degree with the GPA 3.99, Daniel Nosti. Associate degree with the GPA 3.96, Derek Vizcaira. An associate degree with the GPA 4.00, Brianna Swice. Congratulations to our associates. We hope to see you at our bachelor. And now bachelor degree. And now we go to the, he just wanted to let me know how beautiful I look today. He couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Thank you, Fred. Okay, I take compliment anytime. Okay, well, bachelor degree, GPA 3.71, Valerie Sandman. Bachelor degree, Irina Furukawa, 3.76. Bachelor degree, 3.78, Frederick Manco. Bachelor degree, 3.79, GPA, Tsarina Galach. Bachelor degree, 3.82, Raki Beck. Bachelor degree, 3.85, Ariel Shrim. I am sorry, you're not on my list. I trust you. Bachelor degree, Juliana Condis, 3.89. Bachelor degree, 3.89, Mike Fugoso. Bachelor degree, Jennifer Brinchos, 4.0. Bachelor degree, Juan Campanera, 4.0. Bachelor degree, De La Condi, 4.0. Bachelor degree, 4.0, John Hammerschlein. Bachelor degree 4.0, Brittany Lindsay. Bachelor degree 4.0, Ryan Pearson. Bachelor degree 4.0, Tanisha Rose. Bachelor degree, Alexander Smith 4.0. Bachelor degree 4.0, Andrea Valdez. And bachelor degree 4.0, Alison Wilkins. And I do apologize to Desiree. You are on my list. It's just my eyesight. 3.81 for Desiree. We appreciate all of the graduates, but there is time we need to say our congratulations to those who graduate with the highest academic honors. Congratulations. Please stay where you are. You'll be given something. Congratulations, if you can please be seated. And I will ask the Vice President, Almedro, so he can make the concluding remarks. Congratulations to our all graduates.
Thank you, Marquetta. And graduates, I promise I'll keep my comments brief, but I do want to make some concluding remarks, some thoughts for you to take with you at the conclusion of your graduation ceremony. Let me begin by congratulating you, and I'd also like to thank you because it certainly has been a privilege working with you and others in higher education. I know it gives me a sense of purpose, and it enables me to feel and participate in something that I know is greater than myself. And I know our president, Mrs. Meg Leiker, and our chairman, Mr. Robert Leiker, I know we share those thoughts, and we all want to thank you for the privilege. It certainly is a privilege because it's you and students and now graduates who are in the center of that. Recently, my involvement with higher education took me to Charlottesville, Virginia. And I was able to go to Monticello, which was the home of Thomas Jefferson. And I went to the University of Virginia, which is the university that he founded. And I thought the experience was rather uncanny because I could feel his presence, his being, his spirit or whatever. And perhaps it's because he left us with some powerful thoughts. He was a great thinker, and many of his thoughts were revolutionary at the time. He thought about unalienable rights. He thought deeply about liberty, and he thought about pursuing happiness. But what really resonated for me is what he said about education. He thought that a nation could never achieve nor sustain those unalienable rights unless they had an educated citizenry. Education is liberating. I reflected on that, and I'll leave you with that thought, and perhaps at a quiet moment in the future, you can reflect on it too. But now I'd like to conclude our ceremony. I promised I would be brief, and I'd like our graduates to assist me in that. Would you please stand and face your audience? Turn and face your audience. And move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Platt College San Diego graduating class for 2015. That concludes our graduation ceremony. Please feel free to mingle with one another and spend some time with your friends and family, and please drive safely.